Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Ipswich Indoor Sports Centre for our live and continuing coverage of the 2023 Junior Indoor Cricket National Championships. I'm your host, Cameron Walter, alongside Australian 22s representative Ella Harvey, and assistant coach of the Queensland 14 side at this tournament. It's time for the under-14 girls preliminary final between Victoria and Western Australia. Thanks so much for joining us, and Ella, good morning to you.
Good morning, how are you?
Very well, thanks for joining us. Interesting clash coming up here. A 5-team competition in the 14 girls, Victoria and WA finishing second and third respectively. They've played each other twice throughout the tournament so far. The first time saw WA win by just 8 runs, 102 to 94. The second time, Victoria, big winners, 53-run margin that time. So could go either way today. Reasonably even contest in the 14s division.
Yeah, I think so. I reckon whoever comes out on top today will be a good final tomorrow.
And the side that your assistant coach, I've already making it through to that final. So a bit of intel gathering for you today.
Yeah, maybe a little bit, but I think we'll be right for whoever we first tomorrow.
Excellent. I'll take you through the two lineups, folks, starting with the Western Australia under-14 side, captained by Kaylee Lynch. Joining her is Scarlett Bell, Sarah Brooker, Sophie O'Connell, Adeline Phillips, Mia Wright, Madison Domro and Emily Childs. The Victorian side, captained by Riva Gulia. With her, Ayihi Chintala, Guhika Vij, Sanvi Karambelkar, Gabani Kau Nahal, Ishal Wadwa, Suchita Miranda, and Minudi Vihansa Weerasinghe. The umpire for the match is Craig Hart, and we're about a minute away from getting underway. Victoria will be batting first, as they did in both previous encounters. So 94 on the board the first time, 143, a massive total the second time. It is sudden death indoor cricket, folks. This is the third of 8 games today. I'll just give you an idea of what's to come. Next will be the 14 boys, Queensland and New South Wales. That'll be from 1 o'clock Eastern. From 3 p.m. Eastern, it's the 16 girls, New South Wales up against Victoria. Then 4:45 Eastern, WA and Victoria in the 16 boys. 6:45 Eastern, WA and New South Wales in the 18 girls. And then to round out the day, the 18 boys, it is Victoria against the winner of the loser of the major semi-final that's taking place right now between Queensland and WA. So plenty of indoor cricket action to come live from Ipswich Indoor Sports. Hope you can stay with us throughout the day. Thanks so much for being with us. Looking forward to this clash here between Victoria and Western Australia. Hello to everybody at home in Victoria or at home over in the West. Your prediction, Ella, who's going to win this one?
I think WA might come on top today.
Let's see how we go. So we're just about ready to get underway. Mia Wright's going to get us underway. Badwa and Weerasinghe at the crease. Oh, it's an aggressive run to start and direct it. Not out, says the umpire. Gee, that was tight. An aggressive call early, Ella.
It was very close. The Victorians are quite quick between wickets and they like to run their seconds a lot.
Just inside the line there. It's a good area to be bowling. It's a dot ball to start for Weerasinghe. It's edge, it's backward a point, a chance. The flick was not on line and they get through for a single. We've seen Victoria score between 94 and 143 against WA. What do you think a good score is in the prelim final?
I reckon if they get over 100, they'll have a good chance of winning today.
There's a leg side there. So in indoor cricket, a leg side or any extra, in fact, is 2 runs to the total. The ball is not re-bowled unless it is the last over of the batting partnership. There's 2 runs on the onside there for Wadwa. And 1 ball remains now in the opening over of this contest. Two runs to finish, an 8-run opening over. It's a good start there for Victoria. Ella, you used to play the 14s.
Yes.
You've come up through all of the grades and had Australian honours in the under 22. What do you recall about the 14s? It's the youngest age group for the girls. Great way to get into competitive cricket.
Yeah, it certainly is. And every game can be changed by one thing, I think.
Not wrong. Scarlett Bell is the bowler, starts with the leg side. Yeah, all too often in indoor cricket you see matches turn in the space of a ball or two.
Yeah, I think when WA played yesterday, it was a do or die for them. And
oh, the first wicket falls. We come back to Ella. Bell has done the job. Straight through. Weerasinghe was attempting to play it on the offside. And WA are away. You were saying?
Yeah, WA had a close match yesterday, and I think that will help them come through today with the win. Victoria had a bit of a tough loss their last game of the round, so we'll see.
And there's a dot to follow up the wicket. Gee, big pull shot. Wouldn't want to be fielding at leg side when that's being played. 2 runs with 2 balls remaining. Played through the gap. Bit of traffic there for Weerasinghe to negotiate. She does so and gets through. Bowled again, Bell's done it. 2 in the over, knocks the top of off stump over, and that's a huge over for Western Australia. What about that performance with the ball, Ella?
Oh, that was good. Getting it on the right line, challenging the batter to stop the ball from hitting the stumps, really.
You miss, I hit.
Yep. That's what WA has been good at all week. They've been bowling a good line and length.
And what do you make of this field setup that they're employing? Two fielders in the front court on the on side, 1 on the off, fairly deep 3-line fielder over here.
If they're bowling into the body, I think it's a good game plan. But if they can't get it consistent, I wouldn't do that.
You'd revert to the traditional 2 fielders on the off.
Yeah.
Yep. Oh, that's a no ball off the pitch. They're happy with the catch, but it's a no ball. Away, well and truly off the pitch that was. So, no ball plus runs. And, well, that's 4. Domro, the bowler. They're tough to get away when she's on the money. It's a flat shot, but a safe one. The fielder is quite tight on the net, so anything that's into the net and not in her hand will bounce away from her.
Yeah, that's a pretty good safe shot for this grade, I think.
And again, through the gap and a flat shot. Closes out the over with, there's 1 ball remaining. There's two off that ball and 1 to come. Little fumble there in the front court, perhaps half a chance. 10 runs off the over. They've moved 12 runs off the over. They've moved to 16 with an over to come. You see, most of these shots so far have been flat. Is that sort of typical of the age group where it takes a while before the down-up game comes in?
Yeah, they play much flatter in the younger age groups, but when they start to get older, they become hitting the down-ups. More traditional game.
Sophia O'Connell will bowl the final over to the partnership now. It's an opportunity, needs to hit. Cannot do it. And the Vics grab 2. Taken. It was up in the air for a long time and a well-judged catch in the end. They're not always easy. You've got to read it off the net. And WA grab another wicket. Looks Victoria looking to force the issue there, play with a bit of aggression.
Yeah, I think so. I think they wanted to. I think they would have been happier with a bit of a better start, but we'll see how the rest of this over turns out.
There's 2 runs through extra cover. Oh, I can't believe it. An absolute suicidal run. Just miscommunication. The non-striker had set off. The striker, look, certainly not at fault there, but there's a lesson in that, isn't there, Ella? Even if you're going to let it go for leg side, you've got to look straight at your partner. I don't think there was ever a run there, but no. She could have sent it back.
Yes, and they need to make sure they do loud calls so they both hear it, so they don't do those sorts of runs.
This has been a dream start for Western Australia so far. 2 balls remain. There's a wide. So that's given it's the last over of the partnership, they get the delivery again, as well as the runs. There's 2 to the total. Now, just see this. There's a chance it falls safe.
Oh.
It hits the stumps, but they're safe. So that ended up being an 8-ball over. The run out was a wide, so even though the wide didn't stand, they'd still get the opportunity to have the ball again. So that was 8 balls, but no runs from it. A fantastic finish for this partnership for WA. They've restricted the Vics to 16 in the opening stanza. If you just tuned in, folks, this is the under-14 girls preliminary final between Victoria and Western Australia. Sudden death. The winner will advance to tomorrow's grand final against Queensland. I'm Cameron Walsh and I'm joined by Ella Harvey, the Australian 22s rep and Queensland 22s rep and assistant coach of the 14s of this tournament. You're getting quite the CV going, Ella. What do you make of that start?
Yeah, I think WA did really good in that first pair. If they keep carrying on like this, they have a good shot at winning.
Chintala and Vij are at the crease now for Victoria, getting some last-minute instructions from their coach. The bowler is Kaylee Lynch, the WA skipper. Starts in the corner. It's a big run up. Here she comes. The ball kept low, followed well by Chintala, but just single to start.
Batting two lefties together.
It's unusual. Normally like to left-right hand combinations to frustrate the field.
Yes. Ooh, that one stayed low.
Yeah, there seems to be a spot on this court where that occurs. They reacted well and get through for a single. There was a chance there. They didn't end up zinging at the stumps. It's another single. Two to come. Probably could have left that alone. Chased it instead. Will prefer the runs off the bat. Two of them, in fact, and one left in the skipper's over. Two to finish, so a fairly comfortable start there for Victoria, who now have 9 runs for the partnership. They've progressed the score to 25, and how good to see Sri Lanka international and Victorian Open men's player Andy Solomons coaching this under-14 girls side from Victoria. Good to see. Oh, it should be out. It is. No, he said dead ball. What's happened here? He hasn't called play. Wow. Isn't that a get out of jail free card?
It certainly is. I think there's been a few of them over the week I've seen.
Play just starting before the umpire's ready.
Yep.
And yeah, that's a wicket lost as a result. Wow. Again, a lesson in that for our younger players. You've got to wait for the umpire to call play. Keeping the scoreboard ticking over nicely here. How important is that, Ella?
Oh, even just the ones, it frustrates the fielder if you can't get any dot balls. But the Victorian girls are playing balls that if they were leaving, they probably would be a leg side, so they might be missing out on some runs here.
It's true. One ball remains.
Oh, they're changing their field, putting 2 on the legs.
So another successful over for Victoria, 8 runs from it, and a phantom wicket at the start that didn't count. So this pair batting well. 17 on the board, to your point. Could probably be even higher if they let some of those wides go. And they come to the side net to get some instruction from Andy Solomons. It's wide to start that over. One inside the line, trying to play it backward of square. Two runs through square leg. WA, of course, well, effectively the defending champions in this division. It's formerly the under 15 girls, so it's now the under 14 girls, but I suppose you would say, that's the same division, really. So
yeah,
defending champions.
Oh, that was a good ball.
Left alone by VIC. So that's two consecutive dot balls, and that means that this is third ball. The first such instance in the innings. On third ball, the score has to change. It's up and taken. They convert the third ball opportunity to WA, and aren't they pumped? That sends this over -1 from it, and the partnership is back to 16. Needed that wicket, Ella.
Yes, they certainly did. WA looked like they were starting to get a bit flat-footed, but hopefully that helps them get back up.
How important are the wickets and energy in the field? Is it just a spectator thing, or does it matter out there on the court?
It does matter out on the court. If you don't get the wickets, it seems like the 16 overs sometimes goes for quite a while, but if they keep coming, it goes quicker and your team stays up for longer.
Sarah Brooker, the bowler, gets us back underway for the final over of the partnership. Starts with a big wide. Gee, that's an irritating length to have to bat to, isn't it?
It is, and it bounced a mile.
Yeah, absolutely. You'd almost be making a case for that being a no ball.
Yes.
Passing, that came sort of up towards the face of VIC it was. Yeah, inside the line, a fair ball. Straight to the fielder. Oh, she got back in time. Did Chintala, but it'll be third ball again, the second time for this partnership. Another huge opportunity here for WA. Can they strike? Well played. Still half a chance at the top, but Chintala's home. And that was a no ball as well. I didn't see him call that. I don't know what the no ball was for. Must have been front foot or off the pitch even. That one's called fair. So still 2 balls to come in the over after the wide and the no ball. Scores moved to 23 for the partnership. One to come. And single finish, a 26-run, second partnership for Victoria. They lost a wicket in that third over, but otherwise a nice little pair rotating the strike quite frequently, and they've posted 26. And Victoria on their way in this sudden death prelim final. Thanks for your company right around Australia. We're live from the Ipswich Indoor Sports Centre. I'm Cameron Walter alongside Ella Harvey. Ella, would have been tough going down in the 22 Australian, the World Cup in the final. It would have been a tough loss, but what an experience that must have been representing your country on home soil.
Yeah, it was tough, but we'll come back better, bigger and better next time the World Cup comes around. And yeah, it's special to play at your home, in your home country for a World Cup.
And speaking of World Cups, all the juniors will have an opportunity to do the same thing this time in Dubai. The Junior World Series coming up later this year. We'll name some Australian sides tomorrow. And Kao Nihal and Karen Belkar at the crease now. Here's Mia Wright. They start with 2. Followed up with the leg sides. So the Victorian sides probably a little bit behind par in terms of a 100-run score, but it's still a possibility.
Yeah, I think they would be happy with their second skin. They batted well, and I think it will help this pair now.
Driven, chance at the top. Oh, it's a great piece of fielding, and it's out. And out by some distance. Phillips took it cleanly. It was fairly firmly hit. She took it cleanly, took her time, turned and threw down the sticks. It's always good to follow up with a wicket with a dot ball, maintain some of the pressure.
Yes, it certainly does.
And the wide lets go of some of it. 3 runs off the over. A reasonably even start there. A good piece of fielding from WA. That's if you aren't taking regular wickets, it's tough to stay up in the field, to your earlier point, Ella. So the fact that Phillips was in the zone for that wicket was impressive.
Yes, it was. It's good. It's really good when you keep getting the wickets.
Emily Childs to bowl the 10th over now. It's a late call from the umpire, but it is a wide. So 2 in a row. Three in a row. They're making it all too easy at the moment now. Oh, I just can't take it cleanly, I thought. They're coughing up another wicket there. Small fielding error and get through for a single. Another wide. One ball remains. Oh, she's turned the leg side into a dot there, Ella. Been a couple of those, but still 9 runs off the over, 8 of them from wide, so it's made it reasonably easy for Victoria. Gee, these batters between every over coming over for a chat with the coach. That's eating up a fair bit of the time here. You want to be careful. Scarlett Bell is bowling her second over. It's a chance for her at the top. The throw was wide. The receiver needed to be at the sticks. Oh, it's a little bit of a juggle, but she takes it, O'Connell. And another wicket falls. They're just finding a way to take one every now and then, WA. It pegs the score back to 50. Victoria probably in a little bit of trouble here, Ella. They're starting to fall well behind the pace, I think.
I think they are. I thought the over before they got some of the momentum back, but once again, WA gets the wicket.
Oh, into the fielder. Found some net though for 2.
Quite a few WA girls have quite a long run up too.
So that's unusual in this division?
Yeah, and most of them just stay with the just back to the net and run in from there.
Pushed into the net on the back court. So 3 runs. That's handy as to point out they're maybe a little bit behind in the game now, Victoria. The 3s will help. Oh, just out of the reach there. And brings the over to an end with that wicket, 5 runs from it. So this pair's moved to 17. Gee, it's an important over coming up. They're all important overs, I guess, but call it the premiership quarter. Got work to do here. A good over from Victoria, and they'll be close to 70 with a pair to come and still in striking distance of 100. However, if WA can strike again, they'll be in front.
Yeah, I think this will be a very important over. Victoria definitely wouldn't want to lose a wicket in this one.
Oh, it's an opportunity. She's done it. She throws down the stumps, and a big wicket falls in this crucial final over of the third partnership. WA, they keep finding a way, Ella.
They do. Every time you think Victoria is just about to come back on top, they get another wicket.
Happy to soak up a dot there. It's a tough fight out there in the sudden death prelim final. 2 balls remain. Edged, falls safe. Single and 1 to come. Oh, another chance, a little bit of a fumble It'll be 2 to close out the partnership. So 18 on the board, 60 is the total gripping contest. Ella, you're going to take a short break on commentary. We'll see you again at the innings break.
Yes, see you then.
Thank you. And folks, if you've just tuned in, it is the under-14 girls preliminary final between Victoria and Western Australia. A gripping contest unfolding before you. Victoria batting first, find themselves on 60 runs. The winner will advance to tomorrow's grand final against Queensland, and, well, for the other team, the tournament is over. And I'm joined now on commentary by Joel Morrison, the General Manager of Events and Operations, Cricket Australia. Joel, thanks for joining us.
Good to be with you, Cam.
And we'll might just introduce the players here. Galea and Miranda for Victoria. Domro is going to be the bowler, and we're underway. They start with a 2 through square leg. Joel must be happy to see so many young talents out there on the court through all the junior age groups.
Absolutely, and particularly this game, high energy, good contest. WA really lively on the mat, and it shapes to be a really good game. So a lot of good finals going on at the moment, and looking to see this one come down to the wire.
I can't believe what I've just seen, Joel. The ball was in the hands of WA, and Victoria just tried to steal a run out of nowhere. And as a result, they've been run out.
Unbelievable. Just goes to show you can't switch off ever. As soon as you take your eye off the ball, there's always something that's going to happen.
That was almost like trying to steal a base in baseball or something, but it didn't come off. 2 runs, so a wicket for WA. That was a bit of a gift wicket, that was. Domro continues. Catches some of the wide line, and it is a leg side with 2 balls remaining.
Now, as one of our great indoor cricket connoisseurs, Cam, I've got a question to ask you. It's happening on the net right in front of us down the back here. There's a bit of a tactic going on, I think. We've got a player doing the spread eagle arms as the bowler's running in. 2 questions. Number 1, do we think it's a tactic? And number 2, is it legal?
I just see this delivery. It's a dot. I'm not sure. It certainly is legal. There's no rule against that. As we see that over come to an end, 4 runs from it. The back net's an interesting one. The bowler's not allowed to use their feet on it, but a lot of them tend to.
It's just a little subtle one. It's happening every second ball or so, and it's happening out of shot of the camera, so you won't pick it up on the broadcast, but just an interesting bit of gamesmanship. Yeah,
I see what you're saying. I think the fielders would argue that they're just wiping their hands on the net to get rid of some of the
naturally
sweat.
Of course.
Yeah. There's always a reason. It's a chance here at the top. So, Joel, these events fit into your portfolio at Cricket Australia alongside all of the events that we run. Just see this delivery. 3 for 2. How does it fit into the landscape of the cricket ops team?
Well, it's certainly a pinnacle for the indoor game during the course of the year. It's great to be able to have a moment in time where everyone comes together from around the country to celebrate both the game and the best young players playing. So really important. Doesn't matter what form of the game of cricket you play. We just want to see as many people enjoying the sport and getting involved. So to be able to come here and have a great celebration of the indoor game and see these junior players coming through the pathway forms a really important part of the events calendar for Cricket Australia. And it's been a great almost 3 weeks now up here in Ipswich with the seniors playing as well as the juniors. So really want to shout out the work that's been done by Jess O'Reilly running the tournament. But as you can see with the vibe and the energy around the courts, it's been a great couple of weeks, and it's coming to the pointy end now for the juniors.
Yeah, here as that over comes to an end, 7 runs from it. And it's clearly it's a big part of Cricket Australia's strategy for some of these younger players to play the game, mainly between 5 and 12. But indoor cricket represents an entry point into the sport.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you see the under-14 girls playing now. It's all about, again, as I said, trying to get as many people involved in the sport as possible. And indoor is a great way for people to pick up a bat and ball for the first time, learn the game, and encourage people to be able to play all year round in different conditions.
Oh, she goes through. Lynch does the job. The WA skipper. It was a bit of a rebuild there from Victoria, and once again, WA have something to say about that. Just middle and leg knocked over. And WA stay in the hunt here. Oh, an opportunity there. Can't pounce. Yeah, I think this is the first junior tournament with the 3 junior girls divisions. That's coming alongside some extraordinary growth in the female game, with our Australian women over in England right now having won that test and contesting the multi-format Ashes. The WBBL going from strength to strength, and women's cricket is certainly on the rise. And how good is it? But are we looking at some of the future stars, not just of indoor cricket, but cricket in all its forms, finding their way into the sport through indoor?
Oh, I'm sure we absolutely are. Cricket's got an aspiration to be the leading sport for women and girls, both here in Australia but globally as well. And we're seeing the game continue to go from strength to strength, and that's where every event that we play is really important to highlight the opportunities in the game for girls, whether that be the Women's Ashes that's being played, whether it's the indoor tournament here now. More opportunities than ever before, and we're really seeing that come through. We look over the last 12 months, we've had...
oh, they've done it again, Victoria. Trying to steal the run. Sorry to interrupt you, Joel, but getting a little bit greedy there, and WA hip to the scheme. It went behind, and there's just never a run there. It closes out the over, it turns it into a wicket. -4 from it with those 2 wickets in the over. 7 on the board for the partnership, just 6 balls remain.
And it's been, I will say, it has been a pivotal last pair, because there was a bit of momentum coming into these final couple of overs, and they've really been able to slow that. So this is the crucial part of the game now.
The final over of the innings, Sarah Brooker will bowl it. Can't get it away. Joel, I'm interested, you're not coming from the sort of indoor side of the game yourself. What your impressions are of the indoor format, both as a format itself and for juniors.
What I really love about the game is it's fast-paced and it's really intimate, so it really gives that great community feel. One of the challenges that you have when you're looking at an outdoor cricket match, say to a football code, is the fact that the game is really spread out, spectators are spread out, but when you're watching any game of indoor cricket or you're participating, it feels like everyone's on top of you, and there's that great sort of festive feel. And particularly when that's at a national championship like we're seeing now, it just creates a massive hive of energy in the players. It really elevates the game and it creates that great spirit. So it's a really fun atmosphere to people to start playing the game for the first time, and it moves really quickly. So it's a great way for people to get introduced to the game.
Lots of flight there. And just a bit of a prod at it from Gulia. 3 balls remain now in the innings. Just some instructions from the WA coach. It's through the field, they grab 2. And 2 to come. And it's a short stint from you, Joel, but before the innings comes to an end and your stint in the commentary position does, got any predictions for the remainder of this game? Do you think WA have got these runs in them to chase them down?
I feel like WA do have the edge.
Especially with that wicket, another wicket
Certainly
falls.
helps.
Yeah. Score back to 69 and still 1 to come.
I've been really impressed just with the energy on the mat while they've been bowling, but certainly the way they've been able to stop the momentum of Victoria in these last couple of overs. And you feel like if they carry that through and they can get through the first couple of overs well, then they should have the edge in the game.
Final ball of the innings. And they'll grab 2 to finish. And Victoria batting first will have posted 71 here in the under-14 girls prelim final. A spot in the final tomorrow on the line. Joel Morrison, thanks so much for your company and for you and your team's efforts in staging the national championships, and go and enjoy the rest of the game as a spectator.
Thanks, Cam. Lovely to be with you.
And there you have it, folks. 71 on the board, batting first for Victoria. WA will be very happy with that performance with the ball and in the field. Victoria will have to produce something special, you would think, with the ball if they're going to defend that. And I hope you can stay with us for the run chase. And not only for this match, but for the remainder of the cricket happening today. Coming up next, it's the under-14 boys prelim final. That's between Queensland and New South Wales. That'll be from about 1 o'clock Eastern time, which is around about an hour's time. And plenty more cricket to come throughout the day, right up to and including 8:30 tonight for the 18 boys prelim. But joined once again by Ella Harvey. Ella, you've been watching the remainder of that innings. What a performance from WA.
Yeah, that was a cracker from WA. They just kept going, didn't they? They never let off.
Yeah, just regular wickets, really pegged back the score. Do you think Victoria can defend 71?
I think they have a chance, but I reckon it will depend on their first first 4 overs will really determine the game.
So clearly you've got to get off to a good start both sides. So imagine you're the captain of this Victorian side. Do you come out all guns blazing with your bowlers? I reckon
that's what they'll do. I reckon they'll try their best to keep them to a low total for the first skin, because then everyone knows if your first skin doesn't do quite as good, it's hard for the rest to come back from.
And similarly, so important for WA that they come out and get a strong start here. And if Victoria do indeed come out all guns blazing and throw their best 4 bowlers at this pair, that these two can contain that and get WA off to a good start. We'll have a look at what we can expect from the two sides in this innings, who their go-to players might be. So Victoria with a ball, they've got Gahika Vij, 14 wickets to her name, 11 wickets to Riva Galea. So they've certainly got bowlers capable of taking the wickets they're going to need to win this game. WA, well, they've got some batting firepower. Sarah Brooker, 158, averaging just under 20. And Mia Wright's got 100 to her name, averaging 17. So they've got the firepower both sides, and it could be anyone's game.
Yes, certainly.
Gahika Vij is the bowler. Scarlett Bell and Mia Wright at the crease. Starts well, does Vij. And we asked the question, would Victoria come out all guns blazing? They've thrown their leading wicket taker at the first over. It's edged. Oh no, the two fielders in each other's way, and they put it down. Oh, and I'm not sure. Looks like there might be an injury here. I think yes. I think she may have rolled her ankle. She looks in certainly a significant amount of discomfort. Not quite sure which player it is. We'll just wait for her to get some attention from their trainer. Hopefully she's okay to continue. She seems to be. The players are moving away from her. I don't know about. Yeah, she looks okay. I thought for sure she'd rolled that ankle. Happy to continue. We're back underway. Victoria having dropped that chance. I tell you what, Ella, defending 71, you can't afford to let too many chances go by.
No, you can't. It's going to be tough for the Victorians, especially if that girl is a bit injured. It will be hard. I reckon could be hard for her to bowl if it is her ankle.
It's third ball, so a real opportunity now. The score has to change on this delivery. Vij bowling well. Flights it right up there. Oh, you got two at one end. And they get away with it, WA. I don't think Wright knew it was third ball. She wasn't going anywhere. Fortunately for them, Bell calls it through. And again, Victoria failed to capitalise. Through for 2. Brings the over to an end. 5 runs from it. 2 opportunities there for Victoria.
That was a very good bowling effort for the first over.
Well, crucially for WA, they've seen off at least 1 over of the strike bowler for Victoria.
Yes, they have certainly done that.
Well, fortunately for Victoria, the injured player who was Nihal looks okay, and is actually going to bowl this second over. More spin. Chance at the top. Should be out. It is. The first wicket falls. It was an aggressive run. Probably don't need to take those sort of runs, WA. And this time, Victoria cash in and grab their first wicket, and a much needed wicket when you're defending 71. Aggressive calling, Ella.
Yes, I think WA have been doing that all week as well. They do like to run. They like to put the pressure back on the fielder.
Oh, it's through to the back. The wicket's erased immediately. It was thrown up there and right. Well, she's shown some intent early. She's going to have a drive. Straight to the back again, this time to the receiver, who can't throw the stumps down. That would have been out. Riding some luck here, WA. It would have been out by, oh gee, 1.5 metres. Finds a side net for 3. It's up.
Oh.
Juggled and dropped. I thought for sure she had that. They're tough to judge off the top net, aren't they, Ella?
They are. Every centre is completely different on the top net. You can't. It's very difficult to catch.
Yeah, it's sometimes to do with whether the ball's spinning or not as it hits the net. Does the seam hit the net? Does it hit a knot on the net? And it just comes off at a different angle, a different speed, and makes it very challenging. 5 runs from that over as well. They've moved to 10, and reasonably well placed, these two, even if they are offering up a couple of chances. We're a Singer now to bowl over number 3. Straight to the fielder, they run again. You weren't wrong, Ella. They don't mind running on contact, do they?
No, they don't. Victoria has lots of chances. They just need to take a few.
What, you're assistant coaching the Queensland side here, and I suppose you don't want to give Victoria any free advice, but imagine if you were, did you see this delivery? Bowled! There's a wicket, trying to play across the line, and Victoria cash in. I was going to ask Ella, what's the approach tactically? What's the message you give to the players when you are defending something like 71? How are you asking them to go about it?
I think they need to stay on their toes for the whole 16 overs. Anything can change in a few balls, but they also need to get around their teammates if they do make a mistake, because at the moment they look a bit flat-footed, which won't help. But they've been playing good all week, so just go back to what they've been doing well over the last few days.
That one was a wide. That's an excellent shot from Bell. We talked about a lot of A lot of flat shots in this age group, but that was short with enough width, and she played the down up on the offside for 2. That'll be a no ball off the pitch to close out the over. 3 runs from it. So Victoria staying in the game so far. Take a big over here. Gee, wouldn't they love a wicket or 2 to finish this opening partnership? We talked about how important it was that both sides got off to a good start. They're right on the precipice, these two.
Yes, Victoria would want a wicket in WA. That's what they don't want.
Yeah. But their style of play is not going to change. It seems they're quite happy to take a few risks and really put the word on Victoria. Here's the 4th over. Galea, the bowler. Again, they just run on contact.
Yeah, I think they'll do that all game. Just run when they think there's a run there, or just on contact, really. Oh.
Deflection off the fielder. Keeps it to 1.
WA girls are hitting the ball quite hard.
Bell again giving herself some room. Clearing that front foot, looking to play straight back down the court. Instead, it'll be 3rd ball. Big moment in the early stage of this run chase. Safely negotiated with a single. 1 ball remains now. Oh, and it's through to the back net for 5. They battled it out through that partnership. They gave up some chances and lost some wickets. But if that's not a momentum stealer, I don't know what is. 21 runs on the board, batting first. Well, this first partnership, I should say, in pursuit of Victoria's 71. They'd be very happy with that start in the end, Ella.
Yes, they would be. And it will give them, the next pair, the momentum to keep on going with it.
Now, I was talking before about your World Cup last year. No tour for the 22s this year, but an Australian squad selected for a training camp. You must be happy with your membership of that.
Yeah, I'm happy, and I'm excited to go and do it and learn a bit more and get better. It will be good fun, I reckon.
Do you have many details about it yet? Where and when?
Not quite yet. They're just finalising everything now. We should know in the next couple of days or weeks.
Oh, congratulations on making an Australian squad once again.
Thank you.
Domro and Childs at the crease now for Western Australia. Critical for Victoria that they just stay in this game. Chintala, the bowler, in search of wickets. Ooh. Yeah, tough to get away. Adapted well, fuller length, finds the net for 2. Finds the gap. This time it's 3 for Domro, her first runs. Fairly deep field in the front court. Is that, let's see, 2. Is that sort of consistent for the age group, Ella? I mean, or is that just Victoria's style of play?
I think when they try to start hitting the back net, lots of teams try to push the front court back a bit more. Maybe I'm not sure why, but It's
Bit of self-preservation, maybe.
Yeah, I think so.
7 runs off the over, a good start for WA. Of course, this is the youngest age group here, but you know, if you see indoor cricket played at the higher levels, higher ages, certainly at the 18s, 22s, you know, that front court in a perfect world is much, much closer to that circle, a little bit straighter as well, so you're in the eye line of the batter, and of course in position for a ball to come off the net, whereas you see their point fielders right on the net. If that ball hits the net, it's going to fall out of her reach straight away. The leg side to start this over from Karen Belka. So just those little indoor cricket intricacies that we'll see players like these learn across the years.
Yes, they'll be right near the exclusion zone in a few years' time.
Yeah. Though, even if they are, it's certainly still not fun being there when the batters are blazing away.
No, not at all.
I think these two probably a little more traditional with their running, not necessarily running on everything. It's a couple of leg sides to start, means they don't really have to worry about that part. It's up, 4 safe. 2 runs.
These two girls don't look like they're trying to go to the back net as much either. They look like they're happy just with the 2s.
Another good over there for WA, courtesy of a couple of wides early, but 8 runs from it. Certainly well and truly on track here to chase down this 71. It must get harder and harder, Ella, when you are defending a low total. The batting side just starts to rein that total in. You feel like you've got to play catch-up cricket. How hard is it to stay up out there and stick to your plans?
It is really hard, especially when it gets close, because you're like, how do I get a wicket? How? And then you're not following your game plan. You're just trying to get that wicket. And you find more mistakes starting to happen when you get into that mindset.
Yeah, look, that part there, that's the crucial part, isn't it? It's in an innings where you can't afford to make errors. They start to creep in a bit more and compound the problem. An opportunity now. Had a little bit more time, Galea, to get rid of that. Grab one. Oh, bold. Bold. They needed that, Victoria. This pair was just starting to get away from them. And they've come up with the goods. Indoor cricket is just such a roller coaster game.
Just one ball can change the game completely. If Victoria stays up now, they might get another one.
Oh. Heard a little sound there. 2 to come.
Straight to the... Oh,
she went without it. I thought they'd gifted them a wicket there. Wadwa just sort of didn't take it cleanly, I think, and tried to flick it onto the stumps and missed. So 3 runs off the over, not without extra opportunities there, Victoria. This would be a crucial over coming up. Well, they're all crucial when you're defending 71, but really can't afford to let this pair get too many more runs. You're only, less than a week removed from winning a national title. That must have felt good.
Yeah, it was really good. It was a bit stressful when we were playing. It was a bit closer than we would have liked, but we came with the win, so we were happy.
And of course the Queensland side at the 22s division. Wadwa, the bowler, started with the dots. Oh, it's up. And to the back net for 4. Domro happy with that. That would have taken some catching. It's a high risk, high reward shot. Gee, full toss, probably could have put that anywhere, but having hit the previous ball she faced before, Domro happy to just paddle it backward of square for 2. Yeah, doing it quite easy now. 1 ball remains. Oh, big swing and a miss. It'll be a dot ball to finish, but 25 on the board for Western Australia for that partnership. They've advanced to 46 and are well placed to chase down Victoria's 71 runs. Folks, thanks so much for joining us right around Australia. I'm Cameron Walter alongside Ella Harvey. This is the under 14 girls preliminary final between Western Australia and Victoria. On the line is a spot in tomorrow's grand final against Queensland, and it's going to take a special effort here from Victoria to stay in this, Ella.
Yes, I think so. WA have come out and they're going very well. It'll be hard for Victoria, but it's still gettable for Victoria if they come out with intent in this skin.
Yeah, it's really just a case of, and probably to your point, this partnership where it has to happen. For starters, Victoria can't afford to let WA come out in front. You know, the last pair needs to have to chase runs. But ideally, this is the pair. Certainly, if I were coaching this side, I would attack. That's good. No reflection on the batters that are out there, but this is, if Victoria are going to win this game, this is where they need to do it. Keep this pair to single digits, even a negative, and it's game on.
It is, and the Victorians need to take their chances. You've seen in the last 2 skins that they probably have put some chances down or not taken them, but if they take them this skin, it will be a good last pair.
So Chintala the bowler, the skipper, Lynch at the crease with Phillips, and we're back underway. It's wide to start, but inside the line, a dot ball. A couple of runs through square leg. It's a smart call there from the WA skipper. Was played and missed by Phillips off the gloves of the keeper and spilled into the backward square region. So Lynch was hip to that and got through for a run, kept the strike turning over. And then it's hit 2. So the game they can really take the game away from Victoria here, WA. A partnership of 20 plus and in the absolute box seat.
Yes, Victoria's looking a bit flat-footed at the moment, so they need to get on their toes.
Oh, gee, that was tight in the end. Despite being flat-footed, that shows you can create something from nothing.
You can.
Wide to close out the over, that doesn't help. 8 runs off that over. They need to turn to their strike bowlers here. Victoria, Vij and Galea, they've taken the most wickets. I'd be turning to them now. Karen Belkar, it is who will bowl. Pushed into the gap there, they'll grab 2. Just a short break, which the umpire sorts out the scoreboard because it is third ball. Those 2 consecutive dots have put them on third ball. A chance here for Victoria. Oh, false start. Here it is. No, another false start. Attempt 3. There's a chance, but Lynch is quick. She's got a game face on, the skipper. The 2 dots, ball away on third ball and got to the other end quickly. Final ball of the over.
Victoria would love a wicket on this ball.
Instead it's 2. They move now just 11 runs away from victory. I say again, it's now or never for Victoria. They really have to go to their strike bowlers.
They do. A couple of handy wickets would be good right now. Put some pressure back on the Western Australian girls.
I mean, the way it's going, these 2 will come out in front, and yeah, that's game over. Can't see the last pair coming out in front and losing a game from there.
No. Victoria would have to do something very special for that to happen.
Miranda to bowl. Beaten outside off. Can they create a wicket here? The Vics. Whoa, it was up, but it was in the gap. It'll be 2. Yeah, that catches the side net first, so another 2 runs, a safe 2 it was. It's all too easy at the moment for Western Australia. Oh, on a leg side. Well, 9 runs off that over. They've moved to 70 and just 2 runs away from victory. If it wasn't now or never before, it certainly is now. They need a big over here. Victoria.
Victoria get a few wickets here. It might put some doubt in the Western Australia's batters and might create some nerves, and you never know.
Yeah, by contrast, if WA have another over like the previous 3, they'll be, well, at least a wicket ahead at the start of this final pair, and it'll be all over bar the shouting. So, crucial moment now. It's going to be Nihal to bowl the over. What can she produce for Victoria? Oh, it's up. It falls safe. A chance for the run out. An aggressive run from those 2, but it works. And it's a single. Phillips just fends it into the offside net.
She's bowling well.
I think he's called a no ball there for the exclusion zone. He has. So they're way ahead now. I'm not sure the fielder's even aware of that exclusion zone call either, which is probably dangerous because she's likely to repeat it.
She is quite close to that exclusion zone.
I think that ball skipped up and hit Lynch in the head, so the umpires stopped the game to have her assessed. So we just need to wait for a medic who was, I think, over on the other court to come over to this court and conduct a quick HIA. I think Lynch is clearly fine. But there have been instances this week where players have been in and they've been not fine. So it certainly is a requirement that we make sure that they're okay. But, well, with 3 balls left, what would be interesting is whether or not that ball counts.
Yes, I'm not sure. I'm not sure.
I think at the moment, and the WA coach certainly shouldn't be out here. I think at the moment what's happened is the ball's dead as soon as the contact occurs, so I don't think the ball stands. So Lynch, that would have been a dot, but instead it didn't happen. So there's still 3 balls remaining in the partnership. Two to the total. Oh, should be out. Got a hit.
Oh.
Throws just aggressive into the ground. Have had their opportunities, Victoria. 1 ball remains. It's a fair delivery. It'll be a dot to finish, but the damage done. These two have posted 34 runs in the premiership quarter of this run chase, and WA will start the final 4, 9 runs in front, and have 1 foot in tomorrow's grand final against Queensland. Thanks so much for your company, folks. We hope you are enjoying our live and continuing coverage of the 2023 Junior Indoor Cricket National Championships from the Ipswich Indoor Sports Centre here in Queensland. I'm Cameron Walter, with me Ella Harvey. Ella, that's going to take a minor miracle now.
It is. It's going to be hard for Victoria now. It will be amazing if they can do it.
Yeah, I tell you what, if Victoria win this game, it's going to be an exciting finish.
It is.
But the reality is there are no tomorrows. So they'll throw everything in the kitchen sink at trying to steal this game from WA. Veej is the bowler, Gahika Veej.
I think every game that WA have played, they have improved. So, have really improved every game, which is great to see, but you never know what tomorrow's going to bring if they keep improving how they have been over the week.
O'Connell and Brooker at the crease. Brooker faced that first ball for a dot. And another one. So 3rd ball opportunity here. To your point, Ella, it's certainly the right time of the week to be on an upward trajectory, improving your form. 3rd ball. Gets it away. Through for 2. And another dot ball. The flight troubling these two. It's a chance, and it's through to the back. 5 runs. Doesn't that sting? He's up in the air for a long time. Would have been tough to catch based on where it finished, but huge runs for WA. Big swing and a miss that time. The dot ball to finish 7 runs off the opening over though. And WA continue to press their advantage. They're now 16 runs in front. And well, you'd think Victoria would probably need to take 5 wickets from here to win the game.
5 wickets with no runs.
Yeah, just about, yeah. A bit of a long huddle. They're not going to give up, but it is a mountain they'll have to climb. Would really have liked to have seen Veej bowl to that 3rd pair. We're singing now. Gets us back underway. There's an opportunity. Can't cash in.
Shot.
And it finds the back net too. It'll be another 4. They're really bringing this home, WA.
They are. They have played phenomenal all game, really, haven't they?
No ball. And a wide. It's making it all too easy now. False safe. There's a chance it'll be out. Oh, I thought for sure that was out. Direct hit. Oh. Direct hit. The bat being placed late. Might need to freeze frame that one. There's a chance. It angled well into the back net though for WA. And they grabbed 4 and moved past 100. These are big runs in a sudden death final. How are you feeling about that? Given you'll have to play them tomorrow, Ella?
Yes, I reckon it could be tough for us tomorrow. WA have come out and really shown what they've got. So the Queensland girls will have to dig deep tomorrow, I reckon.
Yeah, the Queensland side undefeated, plus 500 for the week, so certainly favourites as Wadwa continues. But, continues, bowls her second over. The finals cricket's funny, isn't it? Anything can happen.
Yes, anything can happen. And WA have come off a good win today, so they'll have the momentum going in for tomorrow. As the Queensland girls haven't played a game today, they're straight through.
Oh, that's a well-judged catch off the net. And how do you feel about that? Not playing on semi-final day, you go straight through to the final. Do you think is it nice to have the extra game off? Do you feel like it robs you of some momentum?
I think it's both good and bad. Like, these girls get another opportunity to play, and so they still in the game, and the ones that go straight to the grand final, they get the day off. So if anyone had an injury, that could help them, but then the girls don't get the ball in their hand and can sort of maybe they sort of go down and dull down a bit more. So I think there is advantages and disadvantages. Definitely.
Oh, it's an aggressive call. That should be out. No, she got there.
She's quite quick, isn't she?
Yeah. Gives her partner a big shrug. What was that run about, I think she's saying. But they made it.
Especially when there's no need for it.
Yeah, that's right.
They've won the game.
Oh, that's a great shot there from Brooker. Gives herself some room. Hits it in the offside for 2, down and up.
These girls are batting very freely at the moment.
They are. A dot ball to finish. 2 runs that over after the wicket. 104 on the board and 1 over remains now in the match. And indeed the tournament for Victoria. So been just an impressive performance from Western Australia. They were good with the ball. They kept taking regular wickets. And this batting performance has been something to behold.
Yes, they've been playing phenomenal, and the final hasn't phased them at all, I don't think. So maybe Victoria had a few more nerves. That might be.
It'll be third ball now. It's Victorian captain closing out the innings.
That's a good shot.
Yeah, totally. It's hit a couple of those in a row now. Brooker moves her score to 18. There's another 2 to O'Connell.
This will give lots of confidence to WA for tomorrow's game.
Edged but safely, through for a single, and 2 to come in the match. Sent back, be a dot. Last ball beaten, and that'll do it. Western Australia have defeated Victoria 109 to 71, and by virtue of that victory will take on Queensland in tomorrow's under-14 girls grand final. What a performance it has been for them. Disappointment for Victoria, but I'm sure that they have enjoyed their week, and despite the loss today, they've done Victoria proud with their efforts in the match. Ella, your final thoughts?
Yeah, I think both teams came out and played really well, just WA had it over them today.
Absolutely. Now, folks, again, the under-14 girls grand final will take place tomorrow. First up, 7:30 in the morning Eastern time. That'll be a bit rough for the Western Australia fans. It'll be 4:30 by the time when that game starts. But
yes.
Before then, coming up next from 1 p.m. Eastern time, it's the under-14 boys prelim final between Queensland and New South Wales. I hope you can join us then. But until then, for Sportscast Australia, for Cricket Australia, and for Ella Harvey, I'm Cameron Walter. Thanks for watching. That one.